I had never seen a human in person, as they say. I had heard stories about their incredible feats and seen photographs. From my studies, I understood that humans usually traveled in bonded pairs, and more often in large groups. It wasn't until a human came aboard my own ship that I realized just how wrong I was. One human was assigned to share a bunk with me. Only one. Very odd. I thought a solitary human. I had never heard of such a thing. When she arrived, carrying a large rucksack, I wasn't surprised to see a much larger figure walking behind her. Then it looked at me. I had only ever heard stories, legends, and myths about the star-crossed race of trans-dimensional beings my people referred to as the ones who burn, or at least that's the closest translation in basic. The moment I saw its eyes, I knew it was humanoid, but certainly not human. Alison was quite pleasant. I even enjoyed talking with her when I could get close enough to her, and the mysterious figure that accompanied her. But in truth, I never slept in our shared bunk room. I only pretended to. Every night, I actually slept in the break room, too afraid to close even when I in the presence of the creature with the burning eyes. It would stand over her bunk, wings seemingly appearing out of nowhere to shield her. It never spoke to any of us, but I occasionally saw it whisper in Alison's ear. Shortly after, she would have sudden bursts of brilliant ideas. I was too scared to ask Alison about her companion, but Ksaf, with all the subtlety of a blundering herd of bilgjelps, did not hesitate. He knew nothing about the legends from my homeworld, the stories of how the burning ones fell into torment, disfigured by a war too vast to fully comprehend, only to disappear from the universe millennia ago. Now I wondered where they had been all this time, and why they would return. Alison didn't seem offended by Ksaf's question. In fact, she seemed oblivious to most of it, especially when her silent companion leaned in to whisper in her ear. Alison turned to Ksaf and said, "I truly don't know what you're talking about, but there was an ancient legend on Earth about guardian angels. They aren't real. Perhaps your entertainment console is mixing up human fiction with fact. I certainly have never seen one, and I travel alone." Ksaf turned 6 shades of pale green, apologized, and fled as quickly as his tentacles would allow. I was stunned. I finally made eye contact with this guardian angel and whispered, far too softly for any human ear to hear, "Can you hear me?" The angel, by all the stars, I swear, smiled at me. Then it and Alison left. One galactic standard day later, our ship was attacked. I was heading to a shift change with Alison when the hull was suddenly breached. At that moment, I understood the human myth of guardian angels. Alison leapt away from the pull of the vacuum. She should not have been able to lunge as far as she did. It was her guardian angel. Its wings blaze.